What if I told you the biggest threat to your savings isn't a hacker breaking into your account, but you willingly giving them your money? The FBI is putting everyone on high alert for this new scam. Imagine getting a phone call out of the blue, and on the other end of that phone is a frantic representative from your bank telling you that your bank account has been compromised and we need to immediately take action to protect everything in your savings account. And while your heart is racing and you're trying to figure out what's going on, you do exactly what they say and you follow their instructions to the T. Because you are willing to do whatever it takes to save your hard-earned money, right? Wrong. The phone call is the scam, and falling for it could cost you everything. This nightmare became reality for Milan Jackson, a hardworking hairstylist and a single mom from Chicago. Milan had scraped together $20,000, dreaming of the day that she could open her own salon. What she didn't know was her life was about to be turned upside down by a single phone call from what she believed to be her bank. This isn't just some hypothetical scenario. Milan's phone rang while she was in the middle of a client's hair. The caller claimed to be from Bank of America's fraud department, warning her that hackers were trying to drain her bank account. And Milan naturally panicked, which I completely understand. But what she did do was verify that the number on the caller ID matched the number on her bank card. So it had to be legit, right? Absolutely not. Here is the horrifying catch. It all was a con. The caller wasn't from the bank at all, but the scammer was preying on Milan's greatest fears. And by the time she realized she'd been tricked, her $20,000 and her dream of starting her own business had vanished into thin air. Milan had fallen victim to an incredibly convincing, fast-growing scam that the FBI has dubbed the Phantom Hacker. But make no mistake, the only phantoms here are criminals posing as bank employees to terrorize hardworking folks out of their savings. So how exactly do these thieves pull off such a scary trick? They rely on something that is called social engineering. What it boils down to is pressure and fear. The scammers will call you out of the blue, pretending to be from your financial institution's fraud department. They'll say that they spotted suspicious activity on your account and that large sums of money are in danger. And while you are in this panic, in this state of not knowing whether or not all of your money is going to be taken, they give you a recommendation letting you know the only way to protect your cash is to wire your money to a so-called safe haven account. And once that happens, your money belongs to the crooks. The phantom hackers create a false sense of urgency to get your heart pounding and insisting you have to move the money fast before the imaginary intruders drain your savings. They'll stay on the phone with you, guiding you step by step through the process of transferring money out of your real account and straight into their greedy pockets. And trust me, I get it. In the moment, their story seems so convincing, especially with all the hacks and scams that are going on in the world. There's not a single day where there's not a headline about a scam or someone losing money. And so when you see your bank that you know and trust are on the other end of the phone, how could you not follow their directions? This is part of the scam. They are taking advantage of something that you trust in order to lower your sense of awareness so that you freely give up your money. And that is the core of social engineering. And that is exactly what the scammers are counting on, catching you off guard so you will follow their orders without pausing to even scrutinize the red flags. So how can you avoid becoming the next Milan? Watching helplessly as your hard-earned money and dreams slip away through your fingers? The key is slowing down. Take a breath and listen to your gut. Because here's the thing. A legitimate bank is never going to call you out of the blue demanding that you wire money, give up PINs, or download mysterious apps. That is just not how legitimate banks operate. So if you get one of those heart-stopping calls, I want you to hang up the phone. As hard as it may seem, do not engage. Hang up the phone and call the legitimate number back. This is important because scammers often use something that is called spoofing. And this is why Milan believed that the phone number that was calling her was her bank, because the scammers were able to make their phone number look like it was coming from the bank. So this is why you need to hang up if you get a call from your bank and call them back. Because even though This scammer can make their number show up on your caller ID look legitimate. They can't receive the legitimate calls that are going to the bank. The same goes for any unsolicited contact claiming to be from government agencies, tech companies, you name it. If something feels off, it almost certainly is. The phantom hackers rely on the surge of fear to keep you from spotting the holes in their story. So let's recap the top tips from the FBI to keep these fraudsters from turning you into a cautionary tale like Milan. Number one, legitimate banks will not call you unsolicited, pushing you to move money around. Number two, slow down and think before acting, even if they say time is running out. Never give in. Number three, don't give sensitive information to anyone who contacts you out of the blue. Number four, please don't download apps or software on the say-so from a random caller. And finally, hang up and verify all official numbers before you give them any personal information. Remember, cyber heroes, you are the best, your own best defense against these phantom hackers. Don't let them scare you into giving your money away. Because the harsh truth is once that money is wired out of your account, it's often as good as gone. Even if you realize you've been scammed within minutes, your bank may not be able to give you those funds back. Especially, I've talked about this in other videos, wires are non-reversible. And that's the devastating reality that Milan is grappling with right now. The salon she worked towards is on indefinite hold as she tries to piece together what's left. Milan was brave enough to share her story. And I can understand this could probably be very embarrassing because many people are probably judging her as like, I would never do that, but you never know until you are in that situation. So my question for you is like, who is responsible for this? Since the attackers used the bank's phone number, do you think that they should give her money back? What are your thoughts here? Let me know in the comments. It seems like every week these hackers and scammers are coming up with new ways to use your phone to drain your bank account. So if you want to make sure that you're safe and protected, number one, subscribe to this channel, hit the red bell so that you are notified whenever I drop new content each week. And number two, you really need to check out this video about how hackers and scammers are using your phone to drain your bank account. Click it, enjoy. See you later, cyber heroes. Peace.